Hi, continuing with today's thought, and today for you is Tuesday, the day after Labor Day. Like many of you, I hope all of you, I took Labor Day off, so this video is coming to you on Tuesday. There was not a video on Monday, and I'm recording this video on Friday, because usually I would record the video the day before you see it, which would mean I would record it on Monday. I would read the one you're seeing now, you would see on Monday, and I would have recorded a different video, different thought to appear on Tuesday. So you're seeing Friday's thought, and Friday's thought is about the famous interview everybody has been waiting or was waiting for on CNN, Kamala Harris and her chaperone, I guess, Tim Walz, being a vice presidential candidate, being interviewed by Dana Bash on CNN. Now, there's been plenty of commentary about the substance of the interview, and I'm not going to talk about that. What I am going to talk about, there's a larger idea here, and it's not my observation. Somebody else made this observation. Unfortunately, I cannot remember who it was, but I want to share it because it really tells you a whole lot. So regarding the interview, the Kamala Harris interview, it was 18 minutes. You saw an 18-minute interview, but it actually was 45 minutes. That was the length of the actual interview, but it was taped at her insistence, I'm sure. It was taped, so 45 minutes were taped, and we only saw 18 minutes. So a good question would be, what was on those other, the part that you didn't see? Some critics, of course, on the right, conservatives, you're not going to hear this from liberals, I'm pretty sure. Well, maybe some, maybe a Jonathan Turley, somebody like that, or an Alan Dershowitz, but there have been people saying, let's see the unedited footage, let us see the whole interview, because we can pretty much guess what happened. The interview that she did, the parts that we saw were bad enough that you can imagine, as far as specifics about what she would do on day one. That's a question they always get asked. And about Bidenomics and well, it was Dana Bash, it was CNN, so Kamala Harris was not challenged when she said that the economy, that the country was in dire straits when Biden came into office, which is false. When Biden came into office, Biden and Harris, the economy was growing at 6%, inflation was 1.4%, and gas was averaging about $2.40. So less than $2.50. And where I lived, outside of Memphis, $1.86 is what I was paying. I'm paying more than that now, but a lot less than you folks in California. Anyways, so it was a very softball interview, and even though it was a softball interview, as you can tell by the questions and by by Kamala not being challenged on any things that were obviously false, and she was allowed to speak in generalities, not get down to specifics. Unlike Donald Trump, who, for instance, he said on his first day he would fire Gary Gensler. So somebody like that's what Kamala Harris should say, very specific, this is what I will do on day one. But instead you get these platitudes and generalities and the famous word salads. But the larger principle is that it's interesting, this is what this person pointed out, that Trump wants live interviews. He demands live interviews. He pushes for live interviews. Kamala Harris, on the other hand, wants everything taped. And why is that? And it has to do with the editing in both cases. This was the insight that really struck me, but it's so obvious. Now, it will be obvious to you when I state it, which I'm going to do right now, which is that Trump insists on, he wants live interviews so that the network, whoever's interviewing him, cannot edit the tapes, take a recorded tape and edit it to make him look bad. Kamala Harris, on the other hand, this is the insight, she wants taped interviews, and the networks are happy to do it, these networks, because she always picks friendly networks such as CNN, and she wants them taped. Why? For the opposite reason, so they can be edited, in Trump's case, so they cannot be edited to make him look bad, and in Kamala's case, so the interview can be edited to make her look good. And that's what happened on CNN in that interview, 45 minutes, edited down to 18 minutes. And why? To make her look good. So you could, I'm absolutely confident of that. If not, why don't they just, as people have been asking, release the whole unedited interview, which is something I would suggest. This was an idea I had, that every network should do that. Anytime there's a television interview, there should be, it's not the old days when you had print interview, print media only, paper, newspapers. You have only a certain amount of space of column inches, so you have to edit things down. On TV, on network TV, when you have a TV show, you have a schedule. The show starts at a certain time, ends at a certain time, and so you have to, if the interview runs longer than the time of the show, the start and end times of the show, that has to be edited down. But that's not true on the internet. On the internet, it's pixels. You have unlimited space, unlimited time, so you can show an edited video in a TV interview to fit into a time slot, but nothing prevents a network from putting the full unedited interview on the internet. And if I were Trump, if he's doing live interviews, it doesn't matter. But if the interview is going to be taped, that's something I would say that Trump should demand. Of course, the networks won't do it, the ones who are happy to tape and edit the interviews of Kamala to make her look good. So it's not going to happen, but it's a good suggestion. And maybe my dream that I think I mentioned in an earlier thought, if Elon Musk could buy one of the major networks, ABC, CBS, NBC, I think ABC, and CBS. I know ABC it's in I think the market cap is 130 billion, something like that. But one of the other two, I forget which one, I think it's NBC, their market cap is only something like 16. Sorry, an alarm went off and I'm not, my timer. NBC, as I was saying, or CBS, one of them, I think it's NBC, I could be wrong, but the market cap is something like $16 billion, something that, remember that Musk paid $44 billion for Twitter, so this would be, he probably just has, if he looks under his seat cushions, his couch cushions, he's probably got 16 billion in loose change that fell in there over the years. So anyways, that's my thought for today. Thanks for stopping by. If you could subscribe, that would really be great. Share this video with anyone you think would benefit from it. Comments always welcome in the comment section below the video, but most of all, come back and see me again. I would love to see all of you again. And until I do see all of you again, bye.